Okay, awesome. You can't minimize. Oh, okay. So we're gonna leave it down there over here to the side. Okay, so I'm first off, I have gone through the process of actually signing up as a authorized vendor with all the ISDs. So no matter where you are, what city you're in, make sure to do your research because if the school districts have any type of contract that comes available, like if they need t-shirts or hats and stuff like that, and it's something that you are able to provide, you can do a bid, but you have to be a licensed vendor in order to do so. So you have to be signed up because if you do win the bid, there's protocols as far as how they're able to pay out on that bid, and you have to be a licensed vendor in order to do so. So definitely do your research on that and get signed up. If you are new in the area, what is the best approach to get customers for sports? I don't know anyone here. So I'm gonna say it just like I say with boots on the ground, um, with pitching your business to another local business. Do your research. Go and check and see what little league teams you have in your neighborhood. Also, like the school districts, like I said, you definitely want to make sure that you get signed up to be an authorized vendor for them in order for you to take advantage of being able to bid on different things that they come up on and offer. And you just want to get you a flyer and get you a pitch deck. You can use ChatGPT to create you a pitch deck that you would be able to email out to local businesses, local little leagues, may it be high school, middle school, elementary, the little league football cheer teams, like all of those, and let them know what it is that you do and what you offer and the services and stuff that you can provide to them. If you don't talk about your business, people don't know that you exist. They don't know what it is that you actually offer. So it's very important that one, like your content goes hand in hand with getting your name out there as well. But definitely come up with your pitch deck. If you have actual products, you can take those out there, especially once you learn who's actually over those little league teams or what coach you actually need to be speaking with that's going to be able to make the decisions if they are able to use your product. And just get out there. You are literally a walking billboard. Y'all already know because if I'm live or if I didn't did a video, when I go to my kids' practices, because like guess what? I'm gonna have this on today when I go out there. And you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna be like, oh my God, where you get that jersey from? Where you get that hat from? Oh, I make it. Yes. So I am a walking billboard of my products. Hold on, let me scroll up. Thank you for the advice. You are so welcome, Tasha. So you have to wear your products or have your products. I did grab a couple of things. I did show these off this morning on the live, but these are just a few of the items that you guys need to be selling this football and cheer season. And this is just little league. But we got the NFL. So, by all means, Coach Q is not telling you to go out there and sell any of the NFL copywritten items, but there you have it. So, one of my big sellers last year was the cowbells 2.0. You guys have the mock-up template. I added it into the monthly challenges is already there. And what I did, because I have two kids and they play for the same team, I actually did a two-sided cowbell. So one side has my cheerleader on it, and the other side has my football player on there. These sell really well. I will be uploading a supply list from Hobby Lobby. So Hobby Lobby does have cowbells. This one actually came from Amazon. It was a 2-pack. I cannot remember exactly how much it was. But when I upload you guys a supply list, y'all will have the link to be able to go straight to Amazon to get. And then the stones actually came from Amazon as well. But I will provide a full supply list for each craft. And during our challenge next month, we will giving if it has enough time, because I have 5 days, but there is a lot of stuff that we need to cram in. This is also why I will be going live quite a bit leading up to our actual challenge, because there is a lot of different crafts that you guys can be selling on this cheer and football season. And of course, we can't cram it all into 5 days. Another seller is the Bling custom tumbler. This one has the shoestrings with the extra stones on it with the little color top. These sell really well as well. During graduation season, I actually did these too, and I just put the grad's picture and name and all that jazz on there as well. So that's another item. This is the snow globe, and I use UV DTF for that. And then, of course, the bling hats, the jerseys, t-shirts. These are the blankets. They come in different sizes. This one is actually mine, so it's huge, and it will cover me up, as you can see. And then I did some that were smaller. These were a hit for homecoming last year. So for like the little girls, like 6U, we did the smaller ones, and we made them customize and put the kids' name and stuff on there. So this is another way for you to also pitch to some of your little league teams and football teams and stuff, because they have homecoming. Even the high schoolers and stuff have homecoming, and they like to give homecoming gifts and stuff. We also have the custom um umbrellas. These I design, and then I use my drop shipper to actually make them. Your drop shipper will send these directly to your customer, or they can send them to you, and your customer can pick them up from you. So definitely do not sleep on the they fire. Yes. Don't sleep on drop shipping. And I'm gonna carefully open this up here so it doesn't fly. But they're huge, really big size, and of course, you know how it goes. As a parent, we are proud and what we love to show off our kids. Again, I am a walking billboard. It is 300 degrees in Dallas, Texas. So guess what? When I get to practice, I'm going to have my jersey, my hat, and my umbrella while I'm walking through, so they can see me. Oh my God, where did you get that? I make it. How much are they? Here's my website. I'm just saying. Also, another item that you guys can be selling is the clear bags. You can use the UV stickers to customize them and put your team's logo, the pictures, and all that stuff. Yes, definitely dope. I know that's right. And so here in Dallas, pretty much if you go to any type of little league game, concerts and stuff like that, you have to have a clear bag. So why not sell one to your customers? Y'all know I'm always gonna say t-shirts, so of course I got a ton of t-shirts and stuff like that. So you definitely should be taking advantage of your t-shirts. You can sell them as DTF, or you can do sublimation if you have a sublimation. This was another item that I did really well with. This was for homecoming, personalized boxes from Amazon with glossy sticker koala paper, and they were able to put all of their gifts and stuff in there that they give to the athletes for homecoming. You can also do like a snack bag, snack box, customized party favors inside of these boxes as well. So the sky's the limit when it comes to football season and cheer season. I just want to make sure that you guys don't sleep on the money. You know, I teach y'all crafts that will sell all year. Memorial sells all year. Party favors sells all year. Graduation is a season. Football season is a season. Cheer is a season. Basketball is a season. But once you master um, the crafts, they spill over to each season. So if you've been trying to figure out what it is you should be selling, I just showed y'all quite a few items, and this is just a few. This is the and also you can do the garden fan, but this one is the fan. I mean the flag um that goes on the car. So I'm going to actually print this out and sublimate and make one. And of course, this is where it kind of clips on there. Not only that, because I do still have to circle back around to the whole content thing. I just did a video using Nina, my content director, and she created my prompt that I put into Higgsville and created my video with my flags. And I just want y'all to know, hey, Tay Tay, I just want y'all to know that my AI influencer, she was giving booty. Like, I was like, wait a minute, I need to get in the gym and do some squats. Cause honey, she was looking thick with it. But because I have my Big B trained, my AI twin does still look like me, and she just was a little thick with it. I was like, okay, get it, girl. So, not only do I have my mock-ups, I also now have a video to go with my flags. So again, that's why we are talking about content. And then next month we will be doing all things football season and cheer season so that we can get to the money. So what I am gonna do, I'm gonna move some stuff around so I can switch you guys around TikTok so that y'all can see my screen. I've already created the design, but I'm gonna walk you guys through actually printing it out and pressing it. So give me just a second. Let me move all this stuff I done brought in here. And look, y'all ain't even said nothing. I forgot about the spirit stick. This one I just did. It's gonna be a spirit stick that the director will walk in with that I did. And she asked for a handle, so I did a handle. And then it goes with their whole little thing. Let me school you. What size are your blankets? Oh, shoot. One of them is like a toddler size. I have to go on there and I can give you the actual sizing. And then the one that I have is more like a full size blanket. I have to look to tell you the exact measurements for it. And then so spirit sticks and posters. And then y'all know you can have these printed, especially when they doing the $5 16 by 20 at CVS and Walgreens. Have these printed. Go to Hobby Lobby or Home Depot, get your stick, put your cute little bow. You can be extra because I do have one that has a silhouette of neighbor, and I put fairy lights and feathers and all that stuff around there. But these are hot sellers. Hot sellers. Football games, especially competitions and homecoming. So don't sleep on the signs. And we've already gone through how to do these before. So if you have not made those, get in the room. We'll be going. I'll still be going through and making some stuff. I have some orders and stuff I gotta complete. So I'll make sure to record those. So let me get my stand here together. And let me move. You are so welcome. Let me move. Y'all don't forget to tap that screen and continue to share. Uh-oh. Okay. So first things first, what do I always tell y'all when y'all are asking about, oh, what size is template? What size is this? What do I always tell y'all? To what? Do what to your blank? Let me see how many besties in here that actually be listening. To measure exactly. So what we are going to do, and I probably should have did that before I turned y'all around, but we're gonna do this like this and record. So of course I always have my measuring tape close by. We are going to measure our blank. I've already done it, but I'm gonna show y'all. So from end to end, my flag is actually measuring at a 16 by 6. You can give it just a little bit more room and you can go by 7. So 16 by 7. And then from top to bottom, it's measuring at a 11.8. So you can measure it up to a 12 or you can do exact measurements. Totally up to you. But we'll go with a 16 by 7 by 12. So what I am going to do, and I think I downloaded it. If not, we'll go in here and we'll find it. Let me grab my seat. And let's get to it. All right. So let me move my screen here. And for those that are needing to know, click my link. Go right here to my link tree. This is how you would join. And let me make sure I share my. There we go. Link tree. So right now, this is the game day money maker challenge that I have going on. It is free. You can get in the room for the free ski and be able to take advantage of all 5 days. Now, if you want replays and you want the whole VIP experience, which is going to give you the replays along with my templates, then you need to upgrade. And guess what? It's only $27 to get into the VIP. If you are looking to just really get in the room so you can stay in the room, then you can join 2.0. Use code RUN, RUN, and you can get in for 60% off. Again, that code will not last forever. And then, of course, I have my free community. And these are just a few other items and tabs that you guys can go to. If you are wondering what is inside of the school community 2.0, let me just show that to you real quick. You have quite a few different modules. Of course, you have your welcome, how to train your ChatGPT, Canva 101 for all of my besties that are new to Canva and have no earthly idea. This module will kind of walk you through and let you know what Canva has to offer. Of course, they are always adding more assets to Canva. So just keep that in mind that there's additional apps and stuff that maybe have been added since then. You have the digital vault. This is where all of the PLR and the things lie. And then the monthly challenges, may that be this month, next month, and past challenges, you do get access to the replays and all of the templates that were provided for those for those challenges inside of there. Custom chat GPT generators. If you guys have been seeing those, which I'm sure you have, you probably have even seen ones that I've created. This module actually will walk you through step by step how to create your own generator. What platforms to sell on, playbook, content creation, which again, this month is all about content creation. This is also where you will find Nina, the AI influencer director, GPT. You cannot resell any of my GPTs, but you can resell the templates. So keep that in mind if you are inside of the community. Monetizing and turning your actual creativity into money. Module business systems, how to help automate your business. If you've ever saw a post and it said comment the word ready and you got an automatic DM, more than likely they had automation set up. AI twin and influencers, a whole module on how to do that. AI dolls and sticker packs. There's also some free templates in there that you can take and sell, as well as how to create stickers, how to do the sticker packs, and the whole shebang. AI business tools, replay vault. So, like this one, I am recording. It will go into our AI replay vault, so you can go back in, pause it, rewind it, fast forward the whole. If you also want to know how to create your own websites and landing pages on um, using Canva, there's a whole module for that. And eventually, once I get everybody to do their homework, I will be unlocking the custom GPT um, module as well. But that is all inside of 2.0. So if you are ready to fully level up, definitely get in the room. So what I am going to do is hop over here into Canva, and let's see, we said our template was 16.7. So I'm going to click on create. I'm going to click on custom design. I am going to do 16 by 7 and 12. If y'all have any questions, do not hesitate to drop them in the comments section, and I will make sure to answer those as we go through class. So let me check and see, because again, I don't remember if I did it. See, I have this one. I'm gonna go ahead and drop that one in there. So I use ChatGPT. I had already created this logo, but I went in and told Big B to give me a actual flag design um to go along with the logo, and this is what he gave me. Let me go find. Hold on just a second. Let me find my actual designs, because I know I have them saved on my phone, but I don't think I did the computer. So again, this is why I love ChatGPT and just being able to level up with using AI, because it does speed up the process. Now, any of my challenges that you guys sign up for, I always teach you how to design from scratch as well. So that way, in the event that, AI was ever at a point where it just crashed and burned, I still want you guys to know how to design. So here are my two flags. And then I also use a chat to create like my logos. So I had chat create my design before I actually measured my blank. So I can do one or two things. I could go in here and I could go back to chat and say, hey, size this design and give it the measurements, and it will do that. But I'm going to show you guys the workaround. So I've already downloaded. I'm going to put these into chat. I'm going to say card flag. That way, make sure you always label your design so it'll make it a little bit easier for you to go back to them. And y'all don't forget to continue to tap that screen if you are learning something new. Now, any of my besties that have taken a class with me, y'all know I like to print from Silhouette. The reason I like to print from Silhouette is it ensures that whatever size I need my design to be, it is going to print it correctly. And it's taking a minute. I'm sure it's because I am recording along with some other stuff to open up. Silhouette does have a free version. I am also working off of the free version. So you do not have to upgrade with Silhouette in order to be able to use it. And you do not have to have a Silhouette in order to be able to use the software. So right now it is downloading and opening up the application. Once it opens up, I'll move it over to the screen. If y'all have any questions thus far, please make sure to drop those in the comments. Let me make sure I haven't missed anything. Okay, so we're good so far. And it is running like super slow. So just so you guys know, I started off, let me see, where is my chat? So, okay, it opened up. Just a second. I don't want to try to open too many tabs and then it gets frozen. So, like I said, I started off with just this logo. And then I had chat to add my players' photos seamlessly into oh, look, I didn't click on it so many times. Hold on just a second, because it looks like it is trying to open up a million tabs. Okay, there we go. So I had him to add my son's pictures in there to give it a seamless design. So that this is where the whole AI meets real-time design. So I'm gonna move Silhouette over here. So I know I'm going to be using my 15,000. So I'm gonna go up here to the right-hand corner that looks like a sheet of paper. And I'm going to click there because I need to change this to my 13 by 19. And then I also want to change it to landscape because we already know that we're going to be printing in landscape. So my next thing is going to be to go over to the top corner, click on file, go to merge. You don't want to click on open and you don't want to do the copy and paste because it tends to like mess up the image or it doesn't come in as crisp as it would be if you actually click merge. So I went in and I found my file that I wanted. And so it dropped it in there. So now I'm going to click on this page. This is why I love Silhouette, because once I click on the actual design, I'm going to go up here where the lockbox is and I'm going to unlock my design. Now I am able to go in here and change the sizing. So I'm going to put 16 by 7 and hit enter. And then I'm going to put 12 point and enter. So now I know when I print, my image is going to be the correct size. There's no guessing game. There's no, oh, let me figure it out. Oh, it didn't print right. silhouette takes all of the guessing work out of that. So now all I have to do is click on print. Let me make sure my printer is hooked up. Move all this stuff around I got in here. Okay, so now I'm gonna hit print. So y'all see that it's kind of cut off over here. The reason being is the last print that I did, I was doing an 8.5 by 11. So it automatically thinks that's what I'm doing. So now what I'm going to do is go in here and grab my 1500. I mean my 15,000. Oh Lord. Now I got a brain fart. I think it's this one. Let's see, because I have two, and I totally forgot to go in there and rename it because I had to uninstall and reinstall them back. So now what I'm going to do is click on Super B because I'm going to be doing the 13 by 19, and I am using premium presentation matte because that's what the sublimation paper is, and then I want to change that to high. Then I want to go over to, and you know what? This lets me know that this is not the right printer because it should be set. So let me go back over here real quick because it should have mirror. Which one? Hold on, y'all, because I sure thought I had three. Okay, we're gonna go with this one. It should have, because I did have it named, but when I had to uninstall it and reinstall it, I forgot. So, Super B, 13 by 19, presentation matte, high quality. Then I'm gonna go over to more options, and I want to make sure that it's mirrored. Anytime you are doing sublimation, the image has to be mirrored. And I'm gonna hit OK, and then I'm gonna hit print. And let's see if we have the right printer. And after all this is said and done, I'm going to make sure that I go back in there and rename my printers. Okay, so this is not the right printer because it is not. Yep. So let me go here and we're going to cancel this. So that means it's a copy. One. Okay. So we're going to go back through the steps again. And now I know I'll make sure to go in there and change it. And you see how, because we changed it to the 13 by 19 now, it recognizes it's not cutting it off. So we are going to go back over here. We are going to select copy 15,000. That's on the downside if you have same printers and stuff that do different things. You have to make sure you name them, which I will be going back in there and doing so. Then I'm going back over, make sure it's mirrored, and then I am going to hit print. So this time it should find the printer because I have it plugged in. And if y'all have questions, hopefully I'm not being censored because I don't see anything. Welcome in, Ahmed, JoJo Creation, like my flag. Okay. So I guess I'm not being censored. I guess you guys can still hear me and everything. Okay, beautiful. So it did send it to the right printer, and so now it is printing. Do you want to place it there? Yeah, we'll put it down there. Now, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I have not printed on my sublimation printer in a while. They normally do tell you at least do it once a week. Utilize it. So hopefully I don't have to go through the whole cleaning or any of those things, and it will just print out the way it needs. So it's preparing that. So while it does that, I am going to move this over. Also, I forgot to tell you, this is your mat, basically. So whatever is on this mat is what's going to print. So if you accidentally have your image hanging off of your mat, guess what? It is not going to print what's hanging off. So make sure that it is on your mat. I am going to merge the other one in there because I am doing two flags. And I am going to be taking these to practice with me so people can see because, of course, you need a car flag with your baby's picture on it. So I'm going to do the same thing. This time it's not locked, so I don't have to unlock it. 16.7, hit enter, and 12, enter. So once this one's finished printing, then I'll print this one out. And then I'll have both of my images. When it comes to sublimation, okay. Hey Daniel, welcome in. When it comes to sublimation, again, you want to print mirrored. I'm trying to figure out why it hasn't started printing, y'all. So hang on. It's making a lot of noise. It's still not printing. So you want to print mirrored. You also have to press at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. Um, and you want to lint roll your blank because a lot of times you won't see that there are little fibers and stuff on your blank until you print and until you press, and because you're pressing at such a high temperature, it's going to reveal all of the lint and anything that you guys had on your blank, and you will not see it until it's already done. Checking levels, they are good. And again, it's going through the cycles, and I'm 100% sure this is because I have not printed on this printer in a while. Okay, it finally grabbed the paper, so we're gonna cross our fingers that it prints. So this is how I print. Um, Easy pleasy. It guarantees that your size of print is gonna come out the way it needs to come out. So that's pretty self-explanatory. My TikTokers, I'm gonna go ahead and move you guys back over because the next step is going to be lint rolling, um, laying out our image and all that good stuff. So again, if you guys have any questions, let me know. Chime in. Let me know. Let me know. I'm gonna flip y'all around so y'all can see. If anybody have any questions on how to get into 2.0, how to join the You Made It Academy, or any of those things, how to get Nina, just let me know, and I will direct you into the right path. All right. So when you are printing sublimation, it does print a little bit slower, which is totally fine because one, we are printing on high quality. So we want to make sure that our image comes out um, in the best print. So what I am going to do, I am grabbing my lint roller. Let me go ahead and turn my And again, I'm just setting it at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And I am doing it for 60 seconds. You are going to need a lint roller. You're going to need your blank. And you are going to need butcher paper. Use the white. Do not use the brown because the brown tends to bleed and leave like yellow marks on your blanks. Give me just a second, y'all, and I'll be right back. Okay, had to give me some water. So, what I am going to do is, and let me put one of these to the side right now. I'm gonna take me a fresh sticky, and you just want to make sure you lint roll your blank really good. And be gentle because like the clack fans and the car fans, the paper is really thin, so you don't want to rip it. And you just want to lint roll like really, really, really good. And just set that to the side. Once our image finished printing, then we will put it on there. You're also going to need some heat tape. Heat tape is totally different than just regular tape. So please do not go using scotch tape and stuff because it is going to burn when you put it on your heat press. So, word to the wise, get you some heat tape. Hey Ken, welcome in. Um, any questions so far? Are y'all still tapping the screen? If y'all are wanting to get into 2.0, you can use code RUN while I'm live and join for 60% off. And if you check out using any of my layaway plans, you are able to get in the room for less than $20 today, Bestie. So make sure to take advantage because it will be going back up to full price. Let's see here. Okay. So, like I said, it does take a minute for it to print. Also, keep in mind, anytime if you are new to sublimation, the sublimation print will always print out looking a little bit dull. And the reason being is once you actually press it and add um, the heat to it, it activates the ink. And then that's where you get the vibrancy um, from when it comes to sublimation. Some people ask and wonder, okay, what's the difference between DTF and sublimation? DTF is actually pressed on top of the garment. Sublimation, the ink and the design is actually baked into the fibers of the actual garment, which is why it needs to be at least 100% polyester or as close to 100% of polyester. The higher the percentage, the better quality of press and print you get when you're using sublimation because it's embedded into the actual fibers of the item, and it's just gonna last a lot longer. You'll probably get fuzz balls before the ink and stuff fades from there. I'm going to grab a couple pieces of my butcher paper because we want to make sure that we protect our equipment, because it does sometimes bleed through. So you put a piece of butcher paper underneath and up top to protect your equipment. And for those that are wondering, I actually buy the jumbo roll butcher paper from Sam's, but you can also order it from Amazon as well. The Sam's one lasts me a good bit. Um, Now I do go through a lot of it during graduation season because the grad stoves and pretty much everything that I'm doing is sublimation. All right, we got our two pieces of butcher paper for the top and the bottom. I'm not gonna tell y'all what I did. Running my mouth. I forgot to click landscape. So let's go back and print. Matter of fact, I might well just print the second one. Yeah. See, Coach Q messed up too. So just double check before you hit. Oh, you know what? It said landscape. Oh, oh, you know what? It said landscape on my default printer because I have it set up that way. So we're gonna go back in presentation. Hi, 13 by 19, and make sure it is mirrored. And now we can hit print. Which machine are you printing from? I am using the EcoTank 15,000 that I converted into sublimation. And I also have a 8550. I have another 15,000 which does my regular printing, so like all of my posters, my booklets, my custom bags. Um what is your paper size? So the 15,000s in the 8500s are wide format. They print 13 by 19 is the max size. My Eco Tank 2803, that's the smaller format printer. That one will print 8.5 by 11. I love them, one, because they don't use a lot of ink. The ink is not expensive to actually get to replenish, and when it comes to sublimation, the eco tanks are like the cheapest to purchase to convert versus buying a actual sublimation printer. Do keep in mind that if you do decide to convert it to sublimation, you void the warranty. You will not be able to return the printer back to Epson's if you convert it to sublimation. And they do have ways of knowing because the ink does stain the lines, so they will know that you did not use regular ink in those. Um, that's your image is on. This one is it's a 13 by 19. And but I forgot to hit landscape. So it printed portrait, which means it cut off the other half. So it was actually supposed to print out this way. So we are reprinting. This is Hippo 13 by 19 sublimation. Where do you purchase those from? The printer or the paper? The paper. I got it. Oh, okay. You can get it from Amazon. Um and then I have a couple other vendors that I order from. I used to sell paper a while back, but to cut back on inventory and stuff. So now I just use the A sub 13 by 19 and A sub 8.5 by 11, and you can get those off of Amazon. So yeah, that's the paper type. And then just so you guys, especially if you are new to sublimation, you have a matted side and then you have like a smooth side. Make sure that you are printing on the matted kind of rough side when you're doing putting your paper in your printer for sublimation, because if you print on the wrong side when you get ready to press, it is not going to release the ink because it's on the wrong side of paper. So the only downside of face up or face down. So if you're using the actually both the eco tanks, it'll be face up. So matte needs to be face up. The matted side needs to be face up when it feeds through because it prints on the top. If you're using any other printer, then just double check to make sure that you put it in the right size. But the eco tanks is gonna be face up in the rear feeder. Absolutely, yeah, in the rear feeder. My front feeder has like my 8.5 paper, so I have my printer actually set where if I'm doing 8.5, it'll grab from the front, and then if I'm doing the 13 by 19, it knows to grab it from the back. But you can go through like your printer settings when you're setting up your printer, and you can program that. So Matt will be facing me. Yes, that would be correct. Look, you're like me. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. This way, that way, down, up. Cause when you're doing like the double sided, like your brochures and stuff like that, and you're doing double sided, because the eco tanks, they're great. They give really good quality prints, but they don't print double sided. So it's like you have to print it out, then flip it over, and then print it out for the other side. So obviously they're like, okay. And I have my little cheat notes in my binder to remind me, because I do have several different printers, because I have a Canyon, I have another Epson that's not an eco tank and stuff. So it's like I have to remember each printer and how it operates. So get you a little cheat sheet spiral and start writing down. Like I have a my temperatures. Like when I first started off, I would put like my grass stoves, I would put my little cheat sheet notes in there. How long did the design template need to be when I'm getting ready to actually print it? What size I need to print it? If I was pressing it, what my heat press needed to be. Yes, 400 degrees, 60 seconds. What my heat press needs to be on. So get you a little spiral and label it as my cheat sheet notebook, and you can write those things in there. Or because back when I started, there was no AI. You can have ChatGPT to create you a little cheat sheet page. Will do. You're welcome. And that way you'll have that reference sheet and stuff, and then you don't have to guess. Because I promise you, like, so much stuff happens after grass season. So when grass season come back around, and I'm like, okay, I'm pressing a 60-inch or a 70-inch. Okay, what do my template need to be in silhouette? I have my cheat sheet just in case I draw a blank, because we all know I'm keeping up with a lot of different things. Uh, so okay, perfect. It is now printing out the correct way. So this is the same application that you guys will use for any of your sublimation. The only time you will not mirror your image is if you were working with plexiglass. Um, because of the coating that's on there, you would just print it regular. You would not mirror. But t-shirts, clack fans, regular fans, pillows, grass stoves, all those things, you will mirror your image. I need to just I need just a standard website. All of these different seasons and changes. I'm exhausted. Well, here's the thing, and this is what I tell all my besties. You can get caught up in the sauce of trying to do everything and not do anything. So, what I would say, especially to my new crafters, is find something that you enjoy doing and master that and scale that and build that. So, my job as a coach is to teach you how to make the items, how to design them, how to market them, and how to sell them. And because I have done all things crafting, I'm able to actually teach you guys different crafts. So you have what you call like the trending crafts. All of a sudden, something just popped up and it's hitting. And so, depending on what it is and how many times I might see it, it's something that I might actually bring to the community and be like, okay, hey, let me show you how to do this real quick. But I try to make sure that I'm teaching you guys crafts that you can use all the time. That's not just trending. Right now, football and cheer season is trending, but the crafts that I am teaching are crafts that you'll be able to use year after year that sells all the time. Um, and you can also take them over into different avenues of sports. I'm mastering a party favor. So like party favors is year round. Somebody's always having a party. May it be a birthday party, an anniversary party, a back to school party, prom season, prom send off, graduation, um, divorce party, just because parties. Party favors are going to sell all year, just like memorial is going to sell all year. Unfortunately, someone loses their loved one or a friend on a day-to-day basis. So those are two crafts that if you just wanted to get in, learn it, master it, and sell it, and you be known for the party favor vendor, then by all means. If you want to be known as the go-to person for memorial, by all means, you can get in that lane and make really good money. As a coach, I have to make sure that I teach because there may be a bestie that want to learn just nothing but football or cheer items, or a bestie that only wants to learn memorial items. So I make sure that I know and teach all of it. Um, just joining the live. What kind of printer do you have for your large prints? I use the Eco Tank 15,000, and I also have an 8550. And one of them I converted to sublimation, and one is my regular print that I use for like all my posters and stuff like that. The 8550 and the 15,000 will print format 13 by 19 is the largest. And then I have an Eco Tank. Thank you for the gift. Eco Tank 2803 that prints 8.5 by 11 format. And then, as you know, I'm always going to tell you, Coach Q will say, before you go buy expensive equipment, especially if it's going to collect dust, make sure you have a demand for that product. You have a customer base where it justifies you spending that money. I am not going to go tell you to buy a huge heat press if you don't have a high demand for all over t-shirts. What I am going to do is show you how to create the design and use a drop shipper that can create those for you, and you still be able to make the money until it makes sense for you to go out and purchase that equipment if you decide that you want to go that route. So a lot of the items that we do and what I teach, you can either have like your local CVS print out your posters. And you know, they're always running different specials. I think right now the metallic poster 16 by 20 is on sale for $5. They also have like the 65% off of wall decor. So if you still want to do the like repositional posters, but you don't want it to have the metallic finish, They have a coupon for that. You do not have to actually go and buy a printer that will print a 16 by 20. I'm just saying. So work smarter, you utilize your money, make sure that any items that you are actually purchasing and equipment that you're purchasing for your business, that it makes sense. And the math is mathing. So any other questions? It, like I said, it does take a little while for it to print. It is almost done. And guess what, y'all? I didn't have to do a head clean. Hey, great. So, what I will tell you is they do also tell you if you are doing sublimation that you should use your printer or print from your printer at least once a week. I don't always do it. In the event that that does happen, you might have to do like a nozzle check, print clean, and all that stuff. But definitely don't want to go weeks in. Thank you for the heart, me. You definitely don't want to go weeks in or months in without running your sublimation because that ink is thicker and it will clog. And I can tell you right now, I have thrown away a few like the 80, the 2800s in my day. Um, yeah, for not using them. So just make sure you do use your equipment. Run a hey Miss Red, welcome in. Um, make sure you do run your equipment. Y'all don't forget to keep tapping that screen for me. I am recording, so I know when y'all get this recording, y'all gonna be like, "Oh my god, she should have just did a class." But I am recording this, so you guys will get the replay inside of the community. Again, if you have not joined You Made It Academy, I have a free version. Baby, that matching jersey and hat is fire. Thank you. And I already said I'm gonna be wearing this to practice today, so everybody can be like, "Oh my god, where you get that from?" I made it. But just make sure you're using your equipment so it doesn't lock up on you and do your yeah, period. Um make sure that it doesn't lock up on you. But again, this month, the 24th and the 25th, we have our content creation. I'm going to actually be showing you guys. Y'all will be using Nina because y'all already have access to her inside of 2.0. We will be using her to create videos and content. I will also be showing you guys how to talk to your chat, which is why if you have not named your chat and train your chat, I cannot stress this enough. That has to be done before we do our class. You are going to be lost. You are not going to get the results that you want because you did not do what Coach Q told you to do when she told you to do it. Next month we have our 5-day game day challenge, which is where we are getting to the game day cheer and football season bag. That challenge is September the 22nd through the 25th. It is free. The link is in my bio. Make sure you sign up for it. If you want replays, you can upgrade to VIP. You get the replays along with the templates. You can also get into 2.0 and have a whole accountability community. Just saying. Somebody put the word run, RUN, use code RUN to get in the room at 2.0 for 60% off. That link, more than likely, no lies, I'm going to go on and take it down 12 midnight tonight. So today will be the last day. Thank y'all, ladies, for posting that code. Today will be the last day. Because again, I have never ran that type of a discount, and I know the value, the thousands of dollars worth of value that is inside that community. So today will be the last day that you can get in. If you actually check out using any of my layaway plans, you can actually get in the room for less than $20 plus the discount. I'm just saying, like, get in the room. Somebody earlier said y'all had a suggestion on a class. I'm really interested to see what class y'all trying to get me to hey, I'm new here. How do you train your ChatGPT? So Click the link in my bio. I actually did a post this morning. It gave you 5 steps on how to name and train your chat GPT. So click the link, get into the free community. If you are not wanting to join the 2.0, but click the link for You Made It Academy, and it is posted inside of the community. Have you been live since you've been posting in the community? I'm surely commented. I missed it. Yes. Actually, Miss Red, I went live this morning. And this is our second go round. So when I went live this morning, I just gave a whole rundown of the items that you should be selling for football and cheer season. And so I came back live because I knew I was going to be making the car flag. So this is the second live for today. So yeah, y'all got to hang out with me twice today. I am recording this live because this one was a mini class. So I was showing everybody how to actually print and how to make the car flag from start to finish. So you'll be able to go and catch the replay. I'll be putting it in the community. Don't be mad at me because y'all are catching all of the haze and the extra talking and all that stuff. But I wanted to make sure that I recorded this so that y'all didn't miss anything on there. I will be going live pretty much the rest of this month. I do not have a set time. More than likely, it probably is going to be in the morning because the kids keep me busy in the evening time with practices and stuff. But if I find time, you're so welcome. If I find time, I will go live. Turn your notifications on. If you are new to my page, turn your notifications on so that way when I do go live, you'll get notifications. If you have not gotten into the community, make sure to get in the community because I will post and let you guys that I'm going live. So this is our print. It finally printed out. Ain't that cute, cute, cute? And this one is mirrored, so it's turned the opposite way. So when I press it, it'll be pressed correct paper, and I do. So while we are doing that, I am going to go ahead and put this one and go ahead and print the one that we were trying to print at first. Let's see. Make sure I pick the right printer. More options. 13 by 19, premium presentation, high, and a mirrored image, and landscape, because that's what we did wrong the first time. To the left. Okay. So it's going to send that over to the printer, and I'm going to stop sharing my screen over here on Zoom so you guys can see me better. Hopefully that works. And we're going to take this down. So again, sublimation. You are going to lint roll your blank to make sure that you're getting all the fibers and everything off of your blank because you will not see it until you actually go to press it. You're also going to need heat tape, butcher paper, and a heat press machine. Now, what I like to do with my which we won't have to do it in this case, but if I was doing a t-shirt, I would make sure to actually cut around my image. The reason being is sometimes there's ink that will print out and you not know, and then when you press your shirt, it's too late because the ink is there because it's not coming off. So I do suggest also it helps to get rid of the harsh lines of your design. So you can just do a little zigzag around it. Now, in this case, because our image is actually a little bit bigger than what we needed, it's gonna be just fine. And I'm going to tell you to update because I think I went by what I and I had both of them laying on there. Let's see. Go with the measurements of, and actually it really depends on your vendor. But the measurements should have been 16 by 18, not 16 by 7. I mean 16 by 8 versus 16 by 7. So I'm going to pull this all the way over. I'm going to show you a little trick to it since I did make it a little bit shorter than what it needed to be. And so basically what I'm doing right now, y'all, is yes, I don't like them lines, but I find that second press with heavy pressure gets rid of the line. Did I miss a comment? Okay. So what's gonna end up happening? I'm gonna have to trim my flag a little bit because I am not gonna reprint this, and this one is actually for a demo, anyway. So, but if this was for an actual customer, I would definitely go in there and reprint my design. So what I'm doing is I'm lining it up to make sure that my flag is on my image where it needs to be. And now what I am going to do is take my heat tape and I am going to tape it down really well. Remember, I already used my lint roller and I lint rolled my blank. Now some people will be like, "Oh, you don't need that much tape." I don't like ghosting. And if any of y'all have are familiar with sublimation, y'all already know. If you get ghosting, you gotta start all over, a brand new blank, the whole nine. So it's better to do the prep work the first time so that you are not out here wasting blank. Okay. And like I said, I am gonna have like a little bit of an edge that's gonna have the white because my print should have been. I probably should have went ahead and cancel with that one. Matter of fact, I am gonna cancel her because they haven't printed out enough. So I'm gonna go ahead and make that a 8 instead of 7, and then I'm gonna reprint. Might as well. I had already messed with one anyway. Okay. And so all I'm doing is just going around and I am taping my blank down to my image all the way around. And again, I already have my heat press preset at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. So now that I have my blank taped around all the way, again, you're going to need butcher paper. We're going to put butcher paper on the front and on the back side to protect our equipment. You do not want to use the Teflon paper. Did I hit? Okay. You do not want to use butcher paper. I mean, you don't want to use Teflon paper because the ink is going to um, go right through it. Also, when you put your image on there, you want your print design to be the closest to your heat press. Look, my friend said, "I'm sick of you. You ain't even been over here hanging out." And what I'm also going to do is I am going to tape my design to my butcher paper, because if you're using a smaller format press, as you can see, some of it hangs off. So because I'm using a 15 by 15, when I move my butcher paper, I want my butcher paper to move with my design, just to make sure that it doesn't bleed, and it doesn't end up um, bleeding the design, and we get a cohesive look. So face face down, the print image closest to your heat, and then we are going to put butcher paper on the top to protect our machine. 60 seconds, then we'll move it over and press the other side as well. Okay. And I'm just making sure that I didn't miss any questions thus far. Okay. So, any other questions that you guys may have so far, why it is pressing in regards to creating the sublimation, how to press it or print it, any of those things, especially for ones that may have joined a little later, that may be wondering what we are working on. Okay. All right, look, y'all quiet today. Okay, so now my first press is done. Now I'm going to move it over into my other hand. And it is totally okay for it to overlap. You actually want it to overlap to make sure that there's not a seam in between your presses as well. And I ain't gonna lie, I always still get nervous when it comes to sublimation, because it's a love hate relationship when it comes to ghosting. I don't know you. I didn't know you could press again once. Yes. So that's why I make sure that I tape really well, especially like if you're doing grass stoves. Unless you have a huge press, you're gonna have to press it in multiple stages. So yes, you can press the sublimation, and you can kind of overlap it just to make sure that you don't have that seam in between the two presses and stuff. But I do it all the time. And then of course I still do get nervous. Uh I still get nervous when it comes to what results are we going to get. Did I do a good job with actually taping it down, or are we going to get a little ghosting? So we'll see. So it's like Christmas when you're dealing with sublimation, which is why I do lean more to, and also double check a lot of times. You may be able to reuse some of your butcher paper, um, and sometimes you're not able to because it does bleed. When in doubt, throw it out. Okay, KK, let's see what we got. All right. And be gentle when you're pulling the tape off of your flag design, because again, like I said, it's super thin, so you can easily prepare the fabric. All right. So we got it, and we got a good press on it. No bleeding. Now this particular design, and I will show y'all so y'all can see it. Sometimes if you have a lot of dark colors around a image design that is like really really thin. How long have you been crafting? I discovered you yesterday enjoying 2.0. Girl. So Made It Sold It has been in existence since 2012, but I have over 20 plus years as entrepreneurship and management. So I come from a retail and management background. So I have been training and teaching and how to scale, how to launch your business. I've taught entrepreneurs how to actually start different credit businesses because I do also do taxes. So I've taught people how to start a tax business, how to start a credit repair business. But crafting is my love. And that's what I really, really enjoy doing. I do love all of my tax clients. So if y'all are looking, and I love you guys too. I've watched their kids grow up over the years, and they've been with me forever because I've been doing taxes since what 2004. So if I keep talking, I'm gonna be told my age. But I've been in the game for a while, so that's why I'm able to not only teach you how to craft, but also teach you how to start your business, launch your business, and grow and scale your business as well. So, crafting is my true love. Um, so welcome in. I'm so glad that you joined the community. I know it's a lot to take in. Um, there's a lot of modules. Just start from the beginning and work your way through, and just kind of get into the thick of things. Um, but I am a real person. I am a mom. I am a wife. So I do it all. So I can relate to when life is life. So I'm happy to definitely have you into our community. All of my besties, I'm sure, have welcomed you, and hopefully you feel at home um in there. So this is our design. What I do want to point out now, I am a stickler. If this was for a customer, I probably would redo it or redo the design. The only reason being is just keep in mind anytime you have like a white design and it's surrounded by a lot of dark, um sublimation tends to kind of bleed into that, especially if the font is very very fine and it's not really detailed and present. So sometimes you really cannot help how that comes out because it's sublimation. Um, Most people probably wouldn't even pay attention to that. I see it because I'm attention to detail. But this is the fan. Now, I mean the flag. Now remember what I told you because I did size it at a 16.7 and it should have been a 16.8, which I'm fixing that with the other one that I'm pressing out. So you can see like it has that little faked white line. What I am going to do, and I did this also with my clap fans, um, is I am simply just going to take my scissors and follow my design carefully. Make sure if you do this that you have really sharp scissors that are not going to fray the material, and just trim it. That's just my OCD. Um, People on the outside looking in may not even realize that that was like that or wasn't supposed to be like that. or whatever the case may be. I just like to make sure whatever product I'm putting out there that it is, and see, just that easy. Now we have a clean edge and no white. Again, this was our car flag. So it has a little slit. The blanks come with the little pole insert. So all you need is your design. You can use AI. You can use Canva to design it from scratch. Now, come on. Because I slid that in earlier with no problem. Okay, there we go. Baby, hold on. My scissors. I'm just going to stick it in here to start this hole. What are we doing here? And I even took my nails off so that I could get back to crafting. There we go. It's always something. And just keep in mind, so you're always gonna have like your backside. So this is the backside. You can also tell the backside because where it's sewed, it had like the little lip. So just make sure that when you're pressing that you put it on the right side of your blank. And that's it. We got our car flag. It clips into the window right there and wham bam. That's it, that's all. So we have a whole product that we can sell for football and cheer season. What we doing? So I am going to stop the recording so it can start transcribing. And as soon as it is a